Welcome back to episode 2 of Exploring Lord of the Rings Online, a game that's been around for a long time, very similar MMO to other games like World of Warcraft, but we're giving this one a full try. We're going to see if we can't get ourselves immersed in the story. And last time we traveled through the tutorial to the town of Archet, where we discovered that we were being rused, where we were being betrayed by Calder Cobb himself, Captain Brackenbrook's #1 ally. We're gonna see, what's he gonna do and how are we gonna respond, so let's jump right in. The first thing we do is return to Strider, who asks us to go and question a prisoner that's actually being held in the town. We go over to this prisoner and he basically says even though that we know Calder Cobb is a traitor, there's nothing we can do to stop the attack from the Black Wolves. And with the jailer standing right next to us, he starts to come around. He starts to believe us just a little bit. And with that, we can take the jailer's word over to Captain Brackenbrook, where he also starts to come around to the idea of this attack. Captain Brackenbrook wants us to check on one more thing first. There's a farm to the south near where the Black Wolves are, and he wants to see if they've noticed anything. So we run over to this farm. They tell us that they've been attacked, and they want us to run to the next town over to see if they can help defend us, and also find a couple missing farmers. Alright, we gotta go over to Combe, see if they want our help. It would appear the way is blocked. Can I fight these guys? Archet is on its own now. Uh-oh. I could take him. Uh-oh. That don't be looking good. He's not standing up. You good? Are you okay, brother? Examining lifeless body. Yeah, he's done for. I have a feeling they might all be done for. After finding the rest of the farmers who have sadly passed away, we actually level up and we stumble upon this. Old Blood Tusk. Uh-oh. He's like rare. YOLO. Whoosh. It's not very hard. All he gave us was a mangy skin? It's not very rare of him. After returning to the farmers with some bad news, they give us a letter to send to Captain Brackenbrook, basically stating that they were attacked, but they held off, but the Black Wolves are definitely planning to attack. So we take this back to Captain Brackenbrook, where he basically tells us he's been a fool, as we already knew, and that he actually disowned his own son because his son tried to tell him that Calder Cobb was evil. That's nuts! He disowned his own son? Anyway, he basically says there's no way he's going to try to crawl back to his son after he, treated him so poorly in the past. And so Strider tells us we should try to take it upon ourselves to ask his son for help, because he knows that Captain Brackenbrook is going to have too much pride to ask for help. So we run over to the Hunter's Lodge, where John Brackenbrook has been kinda making it happen. He's got a little gang over there, he's killing bears and stuff, and we're going to talk to him and see what he can do. We got Fenton Marshley, Anne Granger, and Atlee Spiderbane, and Nate Whisperwood. He is chillin'. Oh, there's John. Who else is in here? Whoa. I didn't see any bears. Goodness. They killed all the bears. We talked to John Brackenbrook, who says he obviously knows that Calder Cobb is evil and he's known for a long time. And although him and his dad have some... Whoa, I completely forgot that I literally learned mount riding at this point. It was like the most exciting thing. And it took me a little while to find them in like the menus here. But holy cow. Dusky Nimblefoot Goat. Red-clad Horse of the Gap. Steed of Eldar. Steed of Starlight. And a little extra steed. Let's see what they look like. This one's just basic horse. Okay. Basic gray horse. Okay, horse with banners. Oh, they do. They wiggle. Okay, he's got some bling on him. He's got some armor. Red-clad Horse of the Gap. Horse with some red banner stuff. Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, look at him. He's goated. I don't know how I almost absolutely skipped over the mounts entirely. That would have been pretty poor, but we're going to jump in here real quick. And I think we went with the horse that has the armor on it that we're going to use as kind of like our main horse. But anyway, back to the show. Although him and his dad have separated, he's not going to stand idly by and watch as a city of good people gets attacked. So good on John. He wants us to go to the Blackwolds like hideout area, that area we were kind of near earlier, and see if we can find some attack plans. See where they're going to go, if we can cut them off, if somehow we can stop the attack before it actually happens. So we run over to that area, we take care of a couple Blackwolds, we find the plans, and we come back.
Good work, my friend.
Good work. This would be a great boon to our chat, and it would now be to counter their efforts with proper strategy. Helmet.
I believe there is hope for us yet.
Level 5. After going over the plans with John Brackenbrook, we discover that the Blackwolds might try to go through the Old East Path, which is now overrun by spiders, and he wants us to check it out to make sure that the Blackwolds would not be able to get through. On my way out, there's a hunter that says I can use a bedroll to lay down and have a rest, and as a quest, so I figured why not do it real quick. So it takes me through this whole long dream, this journey with this elf girl, and I see this evil guy and whatnot, and then I'm just hit with a black screen. My screen is just black. After some quick Googling, we find out that this quest is actually bugged. It just doesn't really work. You have to like restart your whole client. I don't know. I just skipped it. I figured, if it's bugged, I'm just not gonna do it. So I continue on to the East Path where we find a dead Blackwold scout at the end, and I think we kind of figured that the Old East Path I don't think is gonna work for the Blackwold, so we should be good to go. All right, John, I'm ready.
John Brackenbrook and his hunters have reached the outskirts of Archet to find it already ablaze. A desperate struggle to save their village is about to
it's
begin.
already ablaze?
You have arrived in
Or
time.
too late?
We have no time to lose.
We arrive to the town to see that it's already ablaze, it's already on fire, the attack is already underway. We were just off, just doing our own thing, killing spiders when the town was literally being attacked. So yeah, the timing could not have been any worse. So we fight our way into the city, we make sure that we try to save as many people as we can. We meet Captain Brackenbrook and the hobbits and Amdir in the middle, and that's when this happens. Okay.
No more time.
Uh-oh. They don't even have an amount of health. Infinite health. Calder Cobb's got some health. Uh-oh. I cannot move. Why is he so scared? Just fight back. Ugh. Whoa. Master? Amdir, is he a traitor? What is happening? My question exactly. He walked right through the fire and did not care. Okay, he's looking pretty zombie-ish up here, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. He died.
No!
Calder Cobb! What a villain. Get him out of here. So apparently Amdir was taken by these guys in robes. They kind of look like the Black Horse Rider guy, but they're red robe guys. I don't really know who they are. I don't know that we're supposed to know who they are. But anyway, Calder Cobb ends up finishing off Captain Brackenbrook, which is pretty sad, but we're able to avenge him right away. And it looks like John Brackenbrook's going to be taking over the town, and we're going to have to rebuild. Nice. Level 6, baby! Come on! Oh, there's a lot happening. I got mail. I got milestone skill. There's reputation, outfits, mounts, hobbies, and the map. Attempting to save the town was the end of the tutorial, so I decided to call it quits here and just search around the town and see what all happened. It seemed like literally everything was burned down, so I'm assuming the next steps are going to be, getting supplies, helping them rebuild before we move on. We got a lot of cool new things. There's like mail and deeds and reputation, and it seems like we're really starting to get into the actual game here. But that is all for episode 2, so you'll have to come back next time and see what's going to happen next. We're looking pretty solid in our navy. We got 2 swords, we got a cloak, we're level 6, which means we need to actually put in our last points here. Big time. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good stopping point. We helped defend the town of Archet, although it does look like it is mostly burned down.